Hello, Miss Campbell. Good night. Good night. Welcome to Chattings with your girl. Thank you so much for joining. I said, people, I'm in Jamaica and I'm in my room and me in a sweater. No fun. Me not have no AC. No fun, no on. Just my windows open and I have to be wearing a sweater. Can you believe it? In Jamaica. When me say out a door cold, Wednesday night, cold. Last night, cold. Tonight, it's not so bad tonight, but it's still cold. It's still not the normal. I mean, if you say, no, man, me have to go invest in a one water heater. So if anybody on here want sponsor me one water heater for next year, me I beg you no. You sponsor me because me I tell you no. The water cold. So tell. No, man. And you know that we Jamaicans, we're not used to it. She's saying, enjoy. Hi, Sandra. Good night. Good night. We're not used to it. So you see, when it happen, when we get this type of weather, we ball. And you see, when summer come now and the time is extremely hot, guess what we are going to do again? Ball. How we can bear the heat all the time, hot and everything. Maybe if I'm here, come summer, you're not going to hear me say, me in my room. The windows are open, and guess what? I'm sitting in my bra or something because of the heat. Maybe that I'm going to say come summer, because we can't please. But right now in Jamaica, the time cold. I saw on the news what took place in Negril on the North Coast. And when you look at it, the wave, I'm like, when you look at what happened, it was like it was a hurricane that was taking place, that passed through, for sure how serious the thing was, And I'm not like, wow. Because this thing called climate change, I realized that persons in authority, they're not paying a lot of attention to it. And what is going to happen is them are going to sleep and then it are going to just come upon them and eat them for six, give them a big lick. And that are going to happen if we not pay close attention to it to show how serious the thing is right now. But trust me, Jamaica cold. We cold. And bless up to all of the people them out there who wipe up and no beard. Bless up to you. That's all me have to say. Me that talk to somebody and the person said them I forgot make sure say them reach home early this evening for beard because they no get a good beard for the last 2 nights. So bless up your my friend. Me know say you're there here because me did text you. It's me if text you. So me know you're there, you're my girl. So bless up. I hope you actually did reach home this evening. I actually have a good bath. She live in Linstead, people. So bless up to yourself. Now, I realized that yesterday was nomination. Well, yesterday was nomination day here in Jamaica. And you see, when I look on it, my office say, whoa, we Jamaicans are something else. The support that was on the street for these politicians, it was it was something else. When you look on it, the orange people, them, the green people, but not to mention the orange people. Me really want to know if Andrew Holness sitting down and paying close attention, to what happened yesterday. Because when you look on the videos that are posted on social media and what I saw on the street, me see more orange than green. Wholly more orange than green, and that alone say a lot. So we just a watch and I see what going happen come the 26th of this month. But it is sad to say that even though Politics is something that we are all accustomed to know in Jamaica when we say what happened on the campaign, on the road, the campaign trail, when we see what happened, people are hanging out a bus, they pan truck window and truck top. It is sad to say that yet still, people are still doing that. I heard on the news that this lady in St. Thomas, the woman met it, well, the truck or the bus that she was in met in an accident, and basically the woman lose her foot and three toe from the next one. So I want to know now, if any politician I go pay for that, pay her medical bills and all of that. Because imagine she went out trying to have a good time, giving her support to that person, and this happened. So me really I wonder. Yes, thank you very much, Sandra. Guys, can you please like up the live for me, please? Like up the live for me, please. Like up the live for me, please, guys. So, one thing for sure, everything is going to remain the same. But people, on a serious note now, wanna tell me something. Oh, wanna so kind. Me I looking out and me I wonder, me I say, no man, me have to go come and do and GoFundMe. So people, me I go start a GoFundMe. And my GoFundMe now, more say 30,000 US. Let me put it like that. More than 30,000 US. And me I tell you the reason why me I say this, because me really want to know how no so kind. You sit, you watch people on social media. These individuals, they come on social media in some of the nicest set of wigs. They come on social media and promote certain things like they're living the very best life. And then all of a sudden, you see some stories about them and they begin. And when they begin, and the likes of them now get it, them get the help. And what I want to know, you see the reason why me I talk about it, because it's getting out of hand. I remember back in the days, a GoFundMe used to be for people who are in desperate need for help, people who need medical help, medical assistance, people who need this and so forth. So people used to use GoFundMe for those reasons. And now I realize everybody I use GoFundMe. Them I use GoFundMe to start business. Them I use GoFundMe to go pay them debts and so forth. Me remember you used to hear GoFundMe. Medical, when people want to further their education, they come and GoFundMe. When you hear certain place, charity organization asking for support, they used to ask a GoFundMe. Now I realize that people are abusing this GoFundMe thing. And yet still people are giving the support. And I'm like, come on, man. You see, are we really and truly a breed up the set of beggars them. And when you see the people then come and then beg, we sit and we say, Lord, them Jamaican people that can beg you, they don't have nothing about them and so forth. Hey, if they never did I get the support, then would not beg. So it makes sense. Una complain how they love beg and I una support them. It don't make any sense to me. None at all when I look at that. So you have to wonder, wagwan, when people are going to learn, say, you can't sit and expect people to pay your bills. You can't sit in a room every day and come on live 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And when you're doing that, at the end of the day, you go again and you beg. That no make no sense to me. None at all. But anyway, me go allow people them business alone because me no want nobody if you go say a bad mind, them are all of that. I don't want that. So me allow the people them business alone. You guys are very kind. Una continue give to them. Una not have nothing to do with una money. So una continue support them. Okay, una working hard. They are not working hard. They're coming on social media to entertain you all. So continue giving them the money so they can live the best life. So they can continue living rent free and all of those wonderful things. Now, I noticed something that is happening, and I ask why we as individuals, I'm going to speak about fighting the good fight. Simple put it like that. So that topic that sound good. Fighting the good fight. It sounds nice. We should have put it up. Fighting. Anyway, let me tell you the reason why I'm saying that. you will come across individuals and they will start telling you about their stories, what they have to go through to make a living, and so forth. You will come across some other individuals, they will tell you what they encounter, and then you will wonder, okay, what happened next? And then the story done right there, so it don't go any further. It just finish right there, so they have nothing more to say. And yet still you realize that we as individuals, we go through certain things, and when you go through it, you fight for what you want to fight for. And when when something come before you where you think, no, say, this is what the person should focus on, this is what the person should give all the attention to, this is what the person should fight for, you realize that the person now fight for it. The person just let it go like that. I was speaking to someone, and basically this person had an issue with the system. What happened was they left the child in the house and went to work, but it's two children they left in the house. The big one, 16 years old, and the young one, who is just 5 years old. And they went to work. The 16-year-old, she decided that she was going to go on the corner. When she went on the corner, it just happened that something happened to the other one and she hurt herself. Now, here in Jamaica, nobody don't like to see when children end up in the system, because you will expect that a child end up in the system, they will get the very best help that they need, but unfortunately that don't happen. They will end up in the system, and before they get the best life possible, if anybody here know what I'm talking about, you can just put it in the comment section or so forth and let me know. But you will expect that when the child go in the system here in Jamaica, they will be provided with everything good, the best life. But unfortunately, when they go, it end up worse than before. So this lady, she left her two children in the house. The 16-year-old, she decided that she's going to go on the street and left the young one. Young one happened to hurt herself. Now guess who become involved? The system, CDA. That it just happened that they take away the young child and put the young child in a home. Now, this lady, she was talking and she was saying, like, basically, she can't bother and she think the picnic better off in the home because she can't provide for the child the way she's supposed to, because she's a single mom. She lost her baby father because, when you live in certain communities, certain things will happen. She lost her baby father and I just she and the two of them. And she have to work because she's an attendant and she work at night cleaning office and so forth. She have to work, and when she work with the particular MP company, she cannot make ends meet. She can't pay the rent and so forth. So she was saying that she think it's better for the 5-year-old to remain in the home, because she's saying that at least she's going to school, the child is going to school and getting the help that the child need. I was sitting and I was listening and I was saying, but me not understand. Because imagine, now you have this problem, your child end up in a one little problem right here, so I believe that anytime something like that happen, that's the time when you're supposed to fight to get back your pitney. That's the time when you're supposed to fight to make sure you say everything work out. The child will stay there until them are how much year old. And here you have a mother, I gonna say something like that. And I'm like, no, don't say that. I said, what when you visit the child, what happened? Comfortable? No. Want come home. When she leave, she'll cry. I say, she want to come with her and so forth. So I said, so why would you want her to remain in that condition since you know that she's not comfortable in there? She's saying because really and truly she can't help. She can't provide for her the way she should. When you check her stuff, when you ask certain questions, yeah, but and I'm like, no. So the reason why I'm saying fighting the good fight, because you see, sometimes we as individual, we tend to give other situation our full attention, our full strength. We will not need to give it to. We don't need to give it to, because this person that I was speaking to before the thing happened to the man, here she have a man, where he used to beat her, used to give her a bun and everything, and yet still, guess what happened? She fight for the relationship on numerous occasions. She fight with woman, she fight with man to make sure say she did have the relationship. And imagine, now you're supposed to fight for the child. You can't fight for the child. No, you're supposed to fight for survive, fight for provide for your children. You don't want to do it. Yes, at times, well, if a parent, it's better for them to put the child into the system, especially when you know that the child is being abused. But in this instant, nothing like that never did that happen. The people them did that eat and so forth. As much as she says she has struggled, she could provide for them. So I want to know why we tend to give other life issues our full attention. We tend to fight for it, and yet still when we have something now we're supposed to fight for, we not fight for. Because here you have a mother who's supposed to go all out to make sure that our child is okay, the child is provided for. She don't want to do that. Oh, Sandra said, true lady, the children homes are terrible. Yeah, they are. They are. And that's the reason why I don't understand, because from time to time I visit the children homes and they're not nice. And it's not a nice place. So I just want to know why. And I asked her, I say, you really are good? She said she got to try her best to see if she can move, go live somewhere else close to her family. So when she gone to work, they can look at the child for her. So I just hope that work out. But we should make sure we fight for what is important, fight for what we want. Because you see, anytime we stop fighting, for what we really and truly want, is the day you're going to realize that you end up in some situation and you're going to wonder, how am I in this situation? You're going to wonder, how me reach yourself in this position? Guess why? Because you never fight for what you want. What come to you, you just work with it. When them dash to you, you just decide, say, oh, this is cool. I'm just going to continue working with this. Me not go fight it. Them a fight me for my job, or them a fight me for this. Me go just continue. Me not go struggle. Me not go stress over it. And you realize that when you do that, you end up in some situation where you wonder, how me end up here, so how nothing now going for me, and all of that. So I believe that anytime you encounter certain situation, especially anyone that have to do with your children, you give it your everything. Fight for it 100%. Just because the system come and take a child from you, nobody believes say the child is going to be better in the system. No pitney no better off in the system. They are better when they are with their mother, and the mother care for them, can protect them, and can provide for them. That's the best thing. As much as you think that they are in the system and they're getting the food, they're getting to the free education, and that is not what is good for them. What is always best is when a child can grow with their mom, with their parent. So we're going to encounter the disappointment and everything, when we are fight. But we have to know, say, as much as, encounter the disappointment, that no means that you have to stop. If you have to change your job, to make sure, say, at night time, you did it with your pitney, you change the job. If it means that you have to go move back and go live close to your mom or your aunt so they can look at the child for you, you just know, say, that is what you're going to have to do. But any day you stop fighting for what you want, that is the time when you're going to feel miserable. That's the time when you're going to sit and you're going to wonder how you end up in a certain situation. I saw it going to happen. And I don't know if you all realize what is happening. When you look, I'm talking about Jamaica because I live in Jamaica. When you look at our young men, you see them, and them in the street, and one man will tell them if you go around this or go do something. You see them gladly take it up and run gone. And you wonder why them do that. Concern them one bit, it's just might be the clans I go against the other. And they decide that, oh, I'm going to get involved. The fight not have nothing to do with them. And you see when them supposed to further their education, If the family going through any situation and they're supposed to be there for them, you realize that, guess what? They don't want to be there. That's the time when them just let it go. Them say them not stress themselves over it, then just leave it alone. But yet still then take up this man fight, pan them head. Then take up this person fight and every single day they make it at them. And at the same thing when you look at social media, that is what is happening. Because when you look at social media, and I don't know if you all realize how the situation is. People are cuss, people are do this, And when you look at it and you wonder, how them a cuss for? You know, understand why them a cuss for all know, Them a take up this a person baggage a carry. This a person and that a person in a disagreement, and because you're an associate of this person, them decide so them a go cuss you too. Because this person said that about that person, you decide to take it up, you in a the cuss too and all of that. And sometimes you have to just sit back and you have to wonder, how this necessary? Because you realize that you're involved in a fight when a concern you none at all. And you see, anytime you realize that you are involved in a fight that is not going to benefit you in any way or shape, left it alone. Run left it. It's not worth it. So make sure say anything you go fight for, it go benefit you. I remember some time ago I was listening to a particular lady here in Jamaica, and she was speaking to about another gentleman here in Jamaica, and she was basically saying that she know watch him and she know so forth. And people came out and they were saying, oh, if they were this person, how they would have feel shame and so forth. And I was thinking to myself, I said, no man, because when I look at everything, I say, imagine you now decide, say, yeah, go take up this pan your head, you go take up this bung when it belong to you, and you go come. And you say, all right then, this is it, this is that. And lo and behold, you hear something like that. What do you think about it? So I was like, no, And that happened every time. The other day I was listening to this particular platform and I hear, and I'm like, so when them two people here start cuss. And that me I say, I went since this a big argument start. Because all know me don't know when the argument start. I don't know what caused it and so forth. And I was listening, I'm just kiss my teeth and move along. Because what I realized that is happening is that people are take up people bungle and want to carry it. People are take up fight when it belong to them, when I benefit them, and then realize they get involved in these disagreement on social media, and it not have nothing to do with them. Nobody know business about them. And then take it upon themselves. So we have to know what is important, what we're going to stand for, what we are going to fight for. I remember some time ago, I was saying to somebody, say, if me I work at one company, me not go fight for keep. No job. Because you see, at the end of the day, if you know that you're giving it your full 100, you do the very best that you can. You go all out for the company. You see, once you're doing that, you're not supposed to fight to be there. So you see, if somebody come and that a person I do the work better than you and everything, you're not supposed to say, you and that person they know. I got in any disagreement, any workplace conflict over nothing. Because we have to make sure, say anything we do, we make we name. Make sure say if you can do A, make sure say you do A the very best you can. If a B, make sure you do it the same way. So you see, once you do that, you don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to fight for the little things them when are really important. Make sure say when you're going to decide that you're going to go for something, make sure say it's something that can impact your life. It is something that is going to provide improvement to your standard of living. But whole heap away, we take up this bungle when we belong to it and we are carried, and just because the J and the P decides that them are go in a them little thing, you get involved now. Man pull this spine you and ask, no, it not belong to you. Let them do them thing. Just because this person and this person was friend and they're no longer friends, they come them across them word. You get involved because you and this one now is friend. You in the disagreement, your name a call up, people are class you, people are say all sort of stuff about you. How that is going to benefit you? It not benefit you none at all. So that's why I say if a bongo no belong to you, Put it down. Left it alone. They who it belong to, take it up and carry it. Because you see what we fail to understand, You see, when we want somebody to take up for with dirty bongo, nobody now take it up. Sorry. Nobody now take it up for you. So sometimes you are go through your problem and you want somebody for just to be there, for just stand up with you and fight with you, for make you know, say, guess what? I appreciate what you're doing. Me love what you do. Just show you that sense of loyalty where you normally them not did they feel. And you have to wonder why. Yeah, take up the person bongo and yeah carry it. And the person no business about what go on none at all. No business. And when you look, the J, the P, the Mark, the Andrew, you realize people are fight over them. Oh, it gonna benefit you when them get them seat and them start make them money. You gonna get none of the money? No. The only thing you're getting is the $3,000, the $5,000 that they're going to pay you now to go on the truck and for do that. That's the only thing they're going to give you. They're not giving you anything else. So make sure say when una decide say una go give it to no all to something, give it to something that is going to benefit you in life. That's the only thing that matter. Because we tend to take up people problems and it's not our problems. That no make no sense. You will have somebody, that person might do something to your mother, to your grandmother, and you decide you come now. They never do nothing to you, you hear the story all along. So this and that did happen. You see the person, you decide say you're gonna malice the person. You not chat to the person. I Miss Lewis, good night. I'm New Gets. Good night. Okay, then. Thank you. So you decide that you're going to take up that problem. It not belong to you or your granny or your mother and the person had the disagreement. You want them not have it. You vex with the person. You start walk and dash road at the person. And then all of a sudden you realize now, you start to find out this person for yourself. You realize that nothing really is wrong with the person. When you listen to what caused this disagreement at times, you realize that guess what? Are your granny wrong? Are your mother wrong? And here you are now, in the middle of everything, like a damn fool, not knowing what happened, you never get to the side. You never sit and try to listen to both sides of the story. You just listen to what your immediate family members had to say and run with that. So we just have to understand we have to carry the bongo we belong to a left people problem alone. If it not have nothing to do with you, allow it alone. As some me look upon it. You have some people that go out of their way to make problem with people. Then go to them way if it cost people, if said this and said that. Why? Because the person and them have a problem. It not make no sense. Left it alone. You have some man and some woman. The man and the woman together, all along, everything all right. The woman now go tell her friend, say, hey, say John give me bun. The friend take it up on their head, say John go cuss out John. Everything. And guess what? 2 months down the line, who and John that again? John and Susan. John and Susan head up on the same pillar. You go cuss out John like a damn idiot because Susan tell us John give a bun. And you go cuss John, tell John how him a dirty this and him a drunk and all of that, And when you check a stock, John and Susan is sweet and dandy. John and Susan sipping the wine, doing all sort of lovely things together. And you're sitting there looking like a damn fool. I cuss Susan. Girl, yeah, idiot. Look how you bet me cuss out the man. A whole heap of females do that for their friends. And then at the end of the day, you look like a damn fool. So that's why I say, if a bongo no belong to you, left it alone. Fight what? Fight the fight that matter. If it's not important, don't look at it. And when I was sitting and I was listening to this lady, I was saying, when you and the man did, the man was alive, and you and the man, every minute you hear, this has my one beat up, this a one, that a one beat up, that one, everything, all along here. And my man, and my baby father, me now left him, and my baby father, me love, and yet still, she and the man in a problem, Other woman in a problem, and she has said she not left the baby father, fear baby father. She and woman in a problem, fight, physical fight over the man. And now you're supposed to fight to get back your daughter, get her out of the system. You're saying that you don't think you can bother because you think you're better off out there. And I was saying it to someone, well, the person was sitting there and the person was listening, and the person was saying, say maybe that child is really and truly better off, because if she as the mother is going to say the child is better off in a home, maybe the child is really and truly better off in the home. Hold on. Princess Rose Doll, good night. Good night. How you doing? Okay, enjoy the night. Hey, have fun. A whole heap of dancing. You go put on, I hope them have a band. Like a hot six form female who's still a virgin, that very beneficial in marriage if you get what. Okay then. Okay, enough of this talk. Something nice that I want. What you want to hear? I don't know what you want to hear. I think I'm talking something nice. I'm telling you to fight the good fight. Don't give up. So I don't know what you want to hear. What you want to hear? Mix up. I'm so sorry if I mix up. You want to hear? You're not going to hear it, because me I'm not really the mix up type. So what I'm saying is, make sure say when you are going to take up people bongo, make sure say it benefit you. When you are going to take up something to say you are going to stress yourself over it, make sure say it are going to benefit you. If it not benefit you, leave it alone. Not deal with it. I understand that a lot of the things that we see happening in the media, it benefit the people then, because guess what? They are getting the money. They might get money out of it. So a lot of them will do it. But the way in which they go about doing it, you realize that it put them integrity to question. People start to question their integrity. They start to talk about their character and so forth, even when they don't know anything about them. I was listening to this lady the other day, and this is someone that I normally see on YouTube, and from time to time, I will click on her video and I will listen to her. I remember the first time I was listening to one of her videos, I was like, whoa, this lady speak nice. She sound like somebody will have sense. That was what I was saying. And I said, yeah, man, that woman has sound like somebody will have sense. The other day, she covered a topic. And just because she covered a topic, well, a people, we weren't in agreement with what she had to say. But remember, people's opinion is their opinion. We can't crucify them because of it. That's their opinion. And I was like, oh my God, when me hear some distasteful, some disrespectful thing that was being said about this lady, I was like, whoa, how this a woman do now? And I was like, how will she do? Because she did not do anything. All she did was she came out, she covered a topic. And because of the topic that she covered, people did not like what she had to say about it. And because of that, people take the lady and they start to cuss her, drag her here, and so forth. And you see, when you look at that, we have to say, imagine here you have someone, them just a try to do them side also, because we know say the woman then sit down on YouTube every day and depend on YouTube money. It seemed like she have a nice job, so it's just a side hustle for her. Here you have someone just doing the side hustle, decide that they're going to do a critique and so forth. And you have individuals now dragging them through the gutter, coming out saying all sort of things about them. Why is that? Why is that happening? Why you think? Because she decides that she going to take up her bongo and she going to carry it. The bongo no belong to her none at all. And she carry. And at times you wonder, is it better for us to leave certain topics alone? Is it better not to cover certain things even when you want to come and voice your honest opinion? Is it better to leave certain topic? And I'm going to be honest. I decide to do that. Leave certain topics alone. Because you see, when you listen to people, especially people who don't know anything about it and the way they drag you through the gutter, me say, mm-mm, mm-mm. And especially when you know that what you had to say, it wasn't anything wrong, nothing wrong with it, But me say, you know what? The best thing, you leaves, I'm going to borrow a particular person phrase that they love to use, certain, leaves this diaspora and move on to something better. Because whenever you tend to do that, you have to do it, because they have a saying here in Jamaica, when you lie with dog, you rise with. So when you listen to certain things, that is what happened. So you just have to be very careful what type of bongo you decide to take up. I realize that on social media, if I sit and I watch a particular person, I can't, well, me still do it, but they don't want you to come and to give your honest opinion on that person. If you believe that what this person did was right, if you believe that what happened to this person was wrong, you're going to realize that people are going to crucify you because of that. And when you're sitting on and you look at it and you say, no, this is not really important. So because it's not important, you're not going to come and you're not going to stress yourself over it. You're not going to come and say, okay, you know what, let me go address this situation. Because to me, when the back and forth is like a fight taking place right there. And because it's not important, you're not going to do that. You're going to leave it alone. Because you see, when it's important, you can do that. When you know, say, guess what? I just my side also. This not affect me one way or the other. Me still have a eat, me still have a roof over my head, my family still being taken care of. That's it. You leave it alone because it's not important. And a lot of us, we tend to pay attention to the things them when not important. You see some females, you come in on your live, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, you come in every single day, you're in a nice wig, you're in a this, you eat the big food, you chat about this and everything, and look a bit after what you're going to do. You're going to come and cuss out people who are make their money, At the end of the day, you're going to come, you're going to beg for persons to pay your bill. You're going to ask someone now that you're living in this country for 4 years, rent free, government to take care of you, and you're going to ask people to pay your bill. And you have to wonder, so what happened to all the money that you were making on TikTok? What happened to all of this? Because what you realize is that these individuals that we sit and we look at in our phone, the individuals that are really entertaining us, they are so caught up in the social media hype, the social media lifestyle. They try to put on a good image, a good face. They come out like they're living their best life, Everything are going for them. And when you check a stock, nothing are going for them. The least little thing they see on social media, they're ready to take it up and stress themselves over it. The least little thing somebody talk about, guess what? It's a big disagreement. And you wonder, why? Why them a disagree over them little something here? It not really matter. And lo and behold, bop. You realize really that something must wrong with that person there, because all along you take up people dirty bung up on social media when fear one did they want take up. And you are take up people one, you are come and disgrace people, you are cuss out people. When fear one did they know, want somebody to pay it attention, nobody now fought pan it. And you are run with people problem, are run with this and everything. Pay attention to what is important. Focus on what is going to benefit your life. If it's not going to benefit you, leave it alone. If it's not going to cause any improvement on your standard of living, leave it alone. We have a lot of us. You realize that, they give it the all. And when we say they give it them all, I mean they give it them all. And when this image that they put out there, start to fall apart, because remember, anything you come with, once it fake, guess is what is going to happen? It go fall apart. You can't come with a fake image, and things say it go continue. It's not going to continue. You see, when you come and you pretend to be someone that you're not, people are going to figure out who you are. When you come and you pretend that, I am beautiful outside, inside, left, right, people are going to figure out who you are. And you're going to sit there, and when people start to turn away from you now, you realize that maybe when you had 50, how much, it a decrease. You realize that it's like it is affecting them because of the amount of energy that they invest into their social media lifestyle, into the lifestyle that they put out there in the public. So you see, when mother say to una is, una make sure say una invest it in our life. So when you're on social media, when you make the money off of social media, make sure say una save it, una pay the bills that you need to pay. Make sure say uno do that. Make sure say uno have a roof over uno head. Uno not fear hide or anything. Because you see, anytime things like that bust out, we are gonna take it up and we are gonna say, but you did mad smaddy. How you could have did it and all of your business are spoiled and you take up people problem on your head. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. You have some people, they work for companies, and when they work for a particular company, they will work for it for years, and they will tell you they give their all to this company. They will tell you that they work there for 25, 30 years, 15 years. They're working with that company. And you see, if anything's supposed to happen to them, guess what is going to, the first thing, the company are going to look at replacement. The company is going to look at replacement. You see, if you're sick, and you're going to submit a sick leave, whether it be for 10, 15 days, what do you think is going to happen for 10, 15 days? Do you think that the job is going to sit there and wait for you for 10, 15 days? No. They're going to get somebody who to do your work, whether it be an assignment, an acting, or a temporary employment. They're going to get someone to carry out your duties. It's not going to sit there and wait for you. And dear, you give you everything, you fight over this job, you focus on it. You're not focusing on yourself and what really matter. Because you said, oh, guess what? This is my company. Me, I work there for 15 years, 20 years. You think say a year one. No, it's just your workplace. It's not year one. So you see, when you are ill, that's the time when you really and truly realize that your job is just a job. When you are there and you're gone, guess what is going to happen? If today is the day when they find out, me can tell you, HR will send out one condolence about medicine message the next day, and the following day, an ad is going to be placed in the paper, on a website, or something to replace you. That's how it works. So una no bother sit down there and think say, una go fight over job, a year company, you go do that, you go do no. At the end of the day, your company not going to go all out to make sure it's set. Well, some companies do, but they're not going to let the job stay there and nobody now do it. They're not going to do that, because at the end of the day, money have to make. And the only way money are going to make is if they get a replacement for you. Because the duties that you were performing, it was benefiting the company in some way. So if you were payment, guess what? And you did have to make sure that the invoices are taken care of. If you are HR, and you did have to recruit. If you are working at procurement, and you have to make sure that they get stock, they get stationery, goods and service, anything that they want. If you work in legal, and you have to make sure that the contracts that the CEO or anything what they call them head of department sign is up to T, and you have to do that. So don't think. So when you're in the hospital bed, you're on ice, they're going to sit there and they're going to mourn over you forever. They're not going to. They're not going to. I remember this lady. She lost her. They weren't married because the gentleman, he wasn't separated from his former wife, but they were together for years. And everybody would think, say, oh, I'm man wife this. The gentleman happened to pass, and here you have a gentleman, he had a son also. The son and the stepmother was very close. This is the one that the gentleman was living with, the one who carried him to hospital, did it with him, the man did in her hand, and so forth. And what happened now is that they were together with this man until the end. I'm talking about the son and the man girlfriend, because remember, them did just there. He never married because he was separated. Lo and behold, when the man gone, this was a man that worked with the government of Jamaica, and in work, it was a nice little job, so him have a good little food for get at the end of the day. Lo, at the end of the day, guess who come for the money? Not the wife. So the son decided, the wife said the son forget the money, she gonna give him something out of it, and so forth. You don't know what his son do. I know the son not gonna collect the money. The son not give her the information, because I get to understand that she wanted the paper, when, what you call it again? The death certificate. She wanted that to take, and to take to them so she can get the money. And there was a reference number that she wanted also. Him not give her. Him not give her. Because him say, imagine, all along, him and this lady, they were taking care of Papi. And now Papi gone, and this woman come, and I say, she a go apply for the money. And you see, which you find out, it was 3 point something million just gone right back to the government. Right back to the government. The son not get it, because them saying he was above 18, so him couldn't get it. The girlfriend not get it. This are the girlfriend we did there with him for years. She not get it. Only the wife can get it, and the wife not get it because the wife need the paper, the death certificate, and the reference number for go apply for it. And the son decides that him not give her. And you see, when me see them something there, me have to say, no man, why we as females put ourselves through them things there? Because imagine, you there with one man for 8, 10 years. You say, am I man that? Everybody in the man say, the man I tell you say, oh, I'm a wife, him not married you, but him a brother and both say, you're a wife, and uno not married. Everybody thinks that you are the wife. Now the man gone, you fi collect the liquor money. You can't collect it. Why? Because you're not legal. Uno not have it like that. Oh, hello, Jerome. Oh, Jamon. Sorry, Jamon TV. Good night. Be the Arrow fan. How you doing? Good night. Thanks for joining. So when me look upon it, me I say, why we have to put ourselves through that and everything? Because here, all along, maybe this female was there. I worry over some other things. Believe said the man I got did it for the rest of her life so she can live comfortable, get the money, get the benefits where man was providing, and now the man gone, and where she's supposed to get, because she was the one taking care of him, making sure that he got to his doctor's appointment, make sure say him eat properly, make sure say him bathe properly, make sure say him clothes them clean, him have a clean bed to sleep in. She was the one doing all of that. Focusing on all of that. And I'm sitting to myself and I'm like, so why? It never connect to both of them. Maybe 4 years in the relationship, and they realize how much they love each other and they want to spend the time with each other. Why they didn't think and say, okay then, let's fight this lady. Let's get the divorce. And if you understand what I mean, because me get to understand, say, the man did go to the woman and ask the woman feet, and the woman did say no, and so forth. So me I say, why him never stand up and say, all right then, no matter what, me I go try, me I go through the system and get that little paper there, so me and this woman can live comfortable. Why you never do that? I don't know. So here you have a female now fight with this man. This man trying to fight for his life and so forth. Now, lo and behold, the man gone. What happened? She's there. And the funny thing is, to show how this lady did really love the man. You don't know, say from the day the man dead, the woman not have no man. I may have to wonder. Me remember her daughter say, she said to her, say, she have to tell mommy, say, if such and such was alive and it did happen to she, he would have moved on with him life. But she not understand that, because she not focus on that, because she did love the man. She and the man did a fight for them relationship in spite of the obstacle, because I get to understand that even the man family did want him to remain with the wife, and so forth, but then fight for the relationship and so. But please make sure, say, anytime you're in any position like that, fight for what is important. You realize, say, the marriage now go nowhere, get the divorce. Get the divorce. Because the good thing about working here in Jamaica for the government, based on what I read, if they have a, what you call it, family benefits contribution that some of them pay, the widows, something like so it name. And what happened is that when this person is married to someone or they have a child that is below the age of 19, underage, because once they reach 19, then take them off of the system. Unless the child is going to university and they can prove that their dad, their mother was sending them, then they will keep them on. What I get to understand is that once they have a spouse and a child below the age of 18, that person can get the individual benefit. So if the person was working with the government for 20 years and they have their pension to get, the spouse and the child can go to the Ministry of Finance and apply for the pension and get it. They can get it. I get to understand that the child would get a certain amount right up to 18. If them have to go to university, then get the letter and they get it right up to there too. And you have people, they will sit, they will hear them say them with this a man, that a man, and then they do them something there. So we just have to make sure, say, you're in the know, you know what you fight for, what you give your full attention, because once a something you know, say, I go benefit you in the long term, fight for it, go for it. Go feed. You see, some we as females, will heap away. I mean, I gotta say we because me a woman. I'm not saying we because I've ever been in a situation like this, but we are a woman. We go through problems with a man, and they're willing to fight for the man. Then in a disagreement with other females over the man, And when you check a stack, guess what happened? The man get up, the man left it to a. The man left. Oh, hello, you can't see? Because I'm lady in the dark, so you're not going to see me. So sorry. I'm always in the dark. That's how it goes over here. Always a dark screen. Sorry. Right. That's how it goes. So you realize the man left them, the man left the next woman. None of two of them not get the man, And all along, them a fight over the man. Them in a disagreement here, there, and everything. And then when you check a stack, the man move on to somebody else. The two of them sit down and look like Tony Compo. And you wonder, what? And if that same woman supposed to come now and they said, say, I want to own a home or I want to start a business, sometime when you check a stock, they apply for a loan, they didn't get it. They might apply for the loan at the NC, then I get it at NC, then give up. Then I say, let me go try VN, let me go try JN, let me go try the BNA. Then not do that, then just give up. And yet still, the man with them did they with, I put them through hell and they never give up, but no, they're ready to go start a business that is going to improve on the standard of living. And then just give up like that. The first go, then apply, then I get it, then can't bother. Me can't bother, too much ring my road, me never get it there, so try somewhere else. And it's the same thing when people are trying to own a home, they will go to the National Housing Trust and maybe they will tell them that, oh, you're not qualified, you either not have enough points or something, you're not qualified for the home. They're not gonna where else. They might say to you, say they can't afford it, and maybe if they go and check Jane, they realize that it's a similar mortgage and so forth. But then easy if you give up, they don't want to fight. Feet, and this is things like these is what we're supposed to give our full attention. These and peace. It don't get my kill one pussy out the door. Lord have mercy. You pussy a ball. When I hear him again still. Yeah. The neighbor pussy and they eat one already, They eat one already and then come over, get one next one, come again. So you know, say, him a go get eat too. But anyway, me never tell him to come cross. You should have known. So once him step cross, or something like that a go happen, him a go get. Anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Lord of mercy. Dog, them not stopping eyes now. They're so dark, me not even can say anything. But let me ignore the dogs. Right. So them not fight for that, But them a fight for everything else. And it don't really matter. So we just have to know what we're supposed to fight for. Fight for what is important. If it's not important, we don't leave it alone. That's how me look on it. It's not important, left it alone. Well, let me put my book right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Is that better? You're seeing something now? You're seeing pink. Pretty pink. I put my notebook right there. So instead of you seeing the dog, you're seeing my pink notebook. And that's better. Yeah, that's better. Much better. And when you have some people and they want to further their education too, you realize they will try a course, then fail it. You can't bother with school. School too hard, then give up. They don't want to go through the struggle. They don't understand, say, guess what is going to happen? Bristol, good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. Right. They don't want to go through the struggle. They don't understand, say, school not going to be a walk in at the park, You're going to have your days when you get some course, 1, 2, 3, you will get an A. You get some course, when you get one C minus, you have to shout and give God thanks for it. Because guess what? You know, say you don't know nothing of that. So you just have to understand things like those and know what is important and what is not important. And you see, any day we start to focus, watch some if I'm tangled up forever. Hello. Right. We just have to know what is important and what is not important. I'm not going to pay the chat any mind. It's quite distracting. We just have to know what is important and what is not important. Because we are going to spend the time and you're going to give it your all to certain things, And at the end of the day, you're going to sit and you're going to wonder. You're going to waste 20-something years. And you say, look how me sit down and I waste all of that. Because you see, anytime you realize that you're involved in something and you have to fight feet day and night, guess what? It'll tell you, say, guess what? Sometime left that alone. It'll tell you, say, sometime left that alone. But you see, sometime when you fight for something and you realize the first time you go, you never get it. The second time, you never get it. The third time, something beautiful happen, or the fourth time, right there, say, guess what? This is mine. But you see, when you're in a certain situation and you're in it for 14 years, for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, and out of those years, you realize that majority of the years you were fighting for the relationship they're not good. Because any relationship that you're in and you realize that you have to put out so much effort for the relationship to survive, that alone supposed to tell you. And it's the same thing with jobs. Some people will work with a company and them work with the company for years and they tell them, you hear them tell you, oh, them boss disrespect them boss do this to them boss all sort of something, and you wonder why them sit down and take it. They might say, they love the company, but guess what? You see, sometimes when you have a boss and you work for that person there, and the person that disrespect you and a class you, guess what the person is telling you to do? Leave my company. Left my company and go look work. They're not going to tell you, say you're fired. Because may I tell you, you see some of them here in Jamaica, they're not going to do that. They're going to let you. I will talk, blessings, blessings. They're not going to do that here in Jamaica. They're going to let you work, because them are going to work, make you work, and them are going to torment you because they want you resign. Because they know, say, if them supposed to fire you, if you spend 20 years, a one nice piece of food you're going to get. Because the Jamaican labor law, it clearly outline the amount that you're supposed to get every week, pay for how much years and all of that, it outline that, and they know if they say to you, you're fired, them have to go pay up all of their money there when you decide that you're going to resign. Maybe the only thing you end up get is a pension contribution, and that's it. Especially when they don't have a grounds for dismissal. So when you see I work with one company and them a torment your soul day and night, them a make your life miserable. You wonder why your boss a treat you so and everything, I tell you, say, hey, why you left my company? Go look work. Your time expire right here, so. And you're sitting there, me nah left, or am my company this, and me run. Hey, no. Sometimes you'd be surprised to know that that perfect job that you always dream of having, because you sit there and you waste 20, 15 years in a one company, that job pass you. And at the same thing with some of us individuals, we sit in a relationship for years, a fight over our relationship, and you see that nice relationship will belong to you, it pass because the man or the woman decides, say, me can't wait no longer. Him did they stress out himself over Clive. Clive we are giving bun left, right, and center. I stress out himself over Clive. Me go, look, somebody else, me can't sit down and I wait, panar. When she go understand, say Clive a one workless man. Clive no have no use to her. Clive no mean her no well. And at the same thing with some men. Them sit with one relationship because they love the browning. They will look on the browning and say, boy, am I a woman that you see how she brown and pretty? You see the Coca-Cola bottle shape? Me not talk about the shape where them buy, Me I talk about the natural shape. You see the Coca-Cola bottle shape? So they might give it their all in another relationship there. And when they check a stock, guess what? Pat have 10 different man. Every year they might get bun. Pat a give them bun with one next man, and them know and them nah left a relationship. And you have, say for example, Sharon sit down on one corner and watch. And I say, I when him go see say Pat a no one good man. I when him go see me over here. And him thinks that Sharon are just him good friend. Sharon no want nothing else with him. I don't know, I just call names when they come real talk. Me just say names. As the names then come up, me just call them. Right. I go wonder when him go see say Pat no one good man and all of that. And just I go sit down because I saw it go sometime. I remember I had a friend, and this is somebody when me they like, And may I tell you, me not even didn't know. Me think I just me they like the person. Me never know say the person they like me too. And the person said something to me, Me say, really? The person say, yeah, you never know. Me say, no. Me never know. And I was sitting, I was like, shit. Look how me could I get. And look how me go waste my time. Literally, that's what me say. When me find out. Me I say, crap, look at that. Look how me waste my time. Now the person want come around, but I gotta be honest, when time have some young man in them days, they look good, them body turn up. Same thing with us females. The body turn up when they're young. And you see when they reach a certain age, you see them get the beer belly, the belly big. Yeah, they don't look so attractive again. So you just have to just look at you and say, you know what? Make it pass. Because you don't want to hurt the person feeling, you want to tell the person about gym or about anything, You just make it pass. And especially when the person I go talk to you and make say, then go doctor. And doctor tell them, say, then weigh 310 pounds. 310 pounds at 6 foot something, And them I go say, me I go gym, but me have to go get some time. And I wonder where the hell, because if me go a doctor, and doctor go tell me say my weight, not even 300, 250. Me say heart attack. Instantly me I go see heart attack right this so and start exercise. Me not gonna make nobody. Me not gonna make nobody come tell me. So me need to go do this and me need to go do that. No. Once the doctor say you reach a certain age, me I go run. So you see because of that, me just look on the person and me just say, you know what? Go on. Make the person go on. Oh Lord. All right, let me hide back your message. Cool kid. Oh, I saw it go. Me not eat your door. Me not know ya who still. Oh, wonder if he have big belly. Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh Lord. All right. Sorry, y'all guys. I was looking at a comment. Right. So me just say, let me make it stay. Let me leave it alone and so forth. But a serious thing that happened to a whole heap of people. You sit down, you spend the time a fight over something when it belong to you in the first place, and you're getting all the signs from the Almighty say, leave this alone, leave that alone. A perfect example of this now is the relationship with the former St. Mary MP and his wife, who is 6 feet under right now. That is a perfect example. And let me tell you the reason why. May I say that is a perfect example. Here you have two individuals. Based on information that is coming forth now, we get to understand that all throughout their years, both of them had problems. They had infidelity. This a one that, and you hear the stories that come forth now, You hear who used to lick who used the always in a problem. And that we are here a comfort now. And when you check a stack, you wonder why them two people here try to maintain an image. I try to put out a good face to make people think that them happily married, everything sweet and dandy. Why they didn't? I Dark Wings 415, good night. Why they didn't leave? And look what happened to the lady. You can't tell me say that woman they not sorry. When she look and she get the first one, imagine what she might say. If me didn't know me left you a long time, if I him do it. Just imagine. So you have to wonder sometimes why we put ourselves through distress and we know say at the end of the day it's not worth it. It's not worth it none at all. I see this guy on social media, someone who I love to sit and watch because he's just jovial. Him have a nice smile. Those individuals, when you look at them, they have this welcoming smile. They can just look at you and smile, and you feel like, okay, this is someone who I can relate to. This is someone who I can go and sit and talk to. And when you look and you say the way in which he's being treated sometimes, you have to wonder why. You have to wonder why, and let me tell you why it's happening. Because he was associated with a particular person, because he was friend with a particular person. So what you have happen now is that people, they don't look at the person for who the person is. They look at the person and said, okay, this was the person that was coming on this person live with the three of them at dance, and I do this and I do that. That is what people look at. They don't try to know the person for themselves. And it affect the person. Maybe the person that reach much further if them never become friends with that individual or something. But it's a good thing now when you see the person finally get out of the other person's shadow, because them did a carry the person bung whenever for them. The person did in a disagreement with a girl that is, I think, a Montego Bay or somewhere she come from. He was in it too. And all of that. So we just have to be careful the type of bongo where we carry. I know all of them. Sorry. Right, sorry. I know all of them we're supposed to take up. It's not worth it at the end of the day. Just imagine the big celebrities, like a perfect example, Oprah. Just imagine if Oprah, when people used to talk about her because of her complexion, when people used to criticize her when she come on her talk show and everything, just imagine if she had paid all of those individuals attention, and give up back then. You think should I reach where she reach now? When the people then used to talk about the black girl here, this a woman and everything. Even Tyler Perry, look at his situation. if him did listen to what people have to say, because you know, must hear what people have to say about him, or him this and or him that. They will speak about his sexuality, them say all sort of something. If these individuals listen to what person had to say about them and take it up and say them are run with and so forth, do you think the life that they live in now, you think they would reach in the position that they're in? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. But because they decide that they're not going to pay that any attention, they have better things to focus on. They want to make sure that at the end of the day, they reach the top. And the only way they can reach the top, is by focusing on what matter, by fighting the good fight. Them now go decide, say, oh, guess what? Because that a person over there a chat bad about me I go do this. No. Them not look upon that. They don't look and say, oh, that a one over there I make more money. No. They focus on how they can improve on themselves and make sure say they reach the top. And at the end of the day, when you look at both of them now, they are at the top. Them a make them money, them a enjoy them life. And at the same thing we are supposed to do. No focus on the things them. I know. Good night, Noah. And my name is Kay. So welcome. Right. We're just supposed to focus on the things that matter. Don't focus on the little blah blah something them. Leave them there alone. Guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. Okay, the king. I like your last name, and I hope you realize the power that you have right there with your last name. Because a lot of people, they will look at a name like that, and they will tell you that it's just a last name. Don't ever just look at it and think that it's just a last name. It's king. And wait until you say, guess what? I am a king. I saw me look upon, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's how I look at it. You see, anytime you see, I am a king. Because you will have certain things, and people criticize you, people find fault, people will say certain things. And you just have to remember at all times, I am a king. So you see, because of that, you're supposed to carry yourself in that way. Remember that you are a queen, you're a prince, you're a princess. So you're not just come and take up the bagger, cuss out people, and you're not going to do that. And what we tend to do is that we will see certain things happening and we focus on it, meaning we will see the negativity and we will highlight it, And when you highlight certain negativity and you wonder, why did I do that? Because you realize that you tarnish someone's reputation along the line. And one thing I don't like when I look at social media, when certain things is happening, and especially in traditional media and news, I realize that people posting certain things, talking about people, kids, and so forth, putting up people, children, picture. Me not like them something there. Because you see, at the end of the day, when you look at it, you see those kids who you are bringing it, guess what is going to happen? They are going to come and they are going to see it. They are going to see it. Even sometime when you might say, oh, I that post and so forth, it is still out there. Maybe someone take it down and you are damaging the children. Sometimes you have people, they will sit and they will look, and just because of one person who was unkind to them, they let it get to them head so much that it affect them mentally. When you listen to some people, and the things that push them over the edge, you wonder, are really that you beg push them over the edge? You beg push you over the edge? You will have people, and they will say, all along I was growing up, my parents and tell me, say, oh, me black, oh, me this, oh, me look like Zachariah Z, oh, me look like all sort of something. Then we tell you. You'll hear them tell them how them black like tar, how them this. And because of that, because of how people always tell them, a class them complexion and make them think that them complexion is a disgrace, them no look good. Guess what you think them go do? Then go take up the cream, they're gonna use the soap and decide so them are gonna try get light skin. And when them decide so them want the light skin, guess what happened? They end up turn burgundy and all sort of thing. Hi Richard Price, good night, good night. Join the cult of cheese. Oh, I'm so sorry, not joining any cult there. Right. So just because of that, they go and they take up the bleaching cream, the soap, because someone telling them from there at a young age, you're black, you're this, you're that. So they believe that, and because they believe that, guess what happened? When they reach up now, then start to change their complexion because of how damaged the self-esteem is. So then believe that person, and that is what they stick to. So we just know we're supposed to understand. So we just have to be very careful what we say to people. I remember the other day I was speaking to a young lady and she told me that she named Precious. I was like, wow, you have a lovely name. And she was saying, no, my name not lovely, my name old fashioned. And I'm like, no, Precious, your name Precious. And I started to explain to her. And she was like, that no one have never looked at it like that. So she named Precious. And I'm like, yeah, you're precious. And those are the things. So we just have to be very, very careful what we say to people. Because I know everybody skin thick. I know everybody you can tell say them food fine and then laugh over it. I know everybody you can tell say they have this, then look like olive, then look like stick, then look like I know everybody you can do that and then not pay it no mind. Some are going to sit and them are going to listen to every single thing that you have to say and they're going to think about it. They're going to play it over in their mind over and over. They might go guard them bed. And when before they sleep, guess what they're going to think about? They're going to think about you. They're going to think about you and what you had to say to them. So we just have to be very careful that anytime we speak into individual, you see, if it is not something that is going to strengthen them, we don't do it. And sometimes to, I realize that when you're providing correction to people, we tend to do it the wrong way. You will see somebody do something, and we as Jamaicans tend to do it a lot. How you do it, so you don't have no sense. And the person might have wondered why you say it like that. We just raw, we just plain, just like that. I tend to do it. I'm guilty of this. Me not lie, me guilty of it sometime. Sometimes I have to say Jesus and peace. Me couldn't say it little different. I'm being honest. So we just have to be very careful what we say. We just have to understand words that are spoken, we can't take it back. We can't take it back. Sometimes you type one email, you can't always recall it. Sometimes you send a WhatsApp, you can delete it before the person say it. But you see, when you talk it in front of the person, you can't take it back. So you just have to be very careful what you have to say. Hi, Nicole Romero. All right. Hi, Manes. Hi, Menez. I hope I pronounce your last name right. Diana. Good night. Good night. Right. So we just have to be very, very careful. We can't do them something there. The other day I was listening to, and I spoke about it the other day about Rita Marley and Bob Marley. So just imagine, if all along this woman, so the matey them come, she and the matey them a fight. Would you think, should I enjoy this life now? If all along she a fight, the matey them, me not tell no lie. All of a sudden, I should move from side that window. Oh, me move from side that window so me I get hot. Take off that sweater here. One of the things that if she did a fight, all of the matey them, where did I come? Should I didn't know I enjoy this? Hey, my woman just pretends that she don't know. She just turn a blind eye to it. Me don't know how she do it. Enough respect to her because I don't know as a woman how she do that, But if she Never focus on what matter. I think what she was focusing on was her kids. If she never do that, she would not get to enjoy the life that she enjoying now. She wouldn't. And maybe it would be another woman who will enjoy it. But me have to say big up to she because I don't know how she do that and me no want know because certain things me can't do. I remember this young lady told me that her person that she was with was speaking to a gentleman overseas. She went to the gentleman house, and while she was there, the gentleman was basically telling her that it's time for her to leave because the woman overseas was going to call him, and he feels uncomfortable talking to the lady overseas while she was there. Now, this young lady, she talked about how she did love the man and everything, and how she bawl when the man said that to her and so forth. And when me look upon it, I have to say, you see, anytime one man I go say something like that to our next woman, it shows that the man no respect you. It shows that the man no love you. So me not agree when me hear woman I say them a ball over certain situation. We are ball over it for. You see, when time something like that happen, you just look at it and take it as an eye opener, Because anytime one man I go look upon you and tell you say you have woman, whether the woman they are Jamaica or not, and him basically I got him I tell you say, guess what? I really respect you. I really love you. May I make you know this because this is nothing. This is nothing. Because you see, if it was something, he would not tell you, he would not try hide it. Well, that's a true real talk at least. And the good night, at least him tell her, but just imagine, him not respect her if he tell her. And she was talking about how she feel bad over it, how she cry and so forth. And I asked her, are you comfortable now when you look back at that situation? Are you comfortable with the person that you're with the life that you're living now? And she said, yes. Me say, so do you think that if you and that person was together, do you think you'd have been this happy, comfortable? She said, said, to be honest, no. She said no, she wouldn't be. So I say, look back at it and tell him thanks. Tell him thanks for doing that. Tell him thanks for putting you out that Saturday morning because if he didn't, maybe you'd be still sitting there waiting, thinking that you have a good relationship with that man, believing that someday you and that man is going to raise your kids together. So you see, when now you can look and you can think about it and you say, you are happy knowing that you and that person not together, you're with someone and you can depend on that person that you're with. You know what that person might be doing. You can count on that person. Tell that man thanks. Because me can tell you, maybe you see if she did, me don't know if she tell him thanks, but maybe if she got to him, and she say thanks for doing that, so maybe the man might look upon her and the man might say, a mad woman this, or maybe even him might feel a way in himself if he look at, I don't know, maybe. But I would say thank you because at that way the thing. Whole heap of we females, when we go through our bad relationships, we sit, we cry over it. Even when you get a good relationship, and the relationship that you're in, good, everything nice, everything sweet. You see the ex-man, you get vexed, you get miserable. And when you look at the relationship that you're in now, you look on the person and you smile. Why you not tell the ex-man thanks? You have to tell him thanks. Because if him never break your heart, if he never left you, if he never cheat, if he never give you no money or something, maybe you'd still be sitting there living in misery. So anytime somebody do you something bad and you can look back at it and you realize that what they did, it make your life much better. Tell the person thank you. As some me look upon it, tell the person thank you. I remember I did that to someone. I said thank you so much. And when the person said, what did I do? I said to the person, if you never did tell me if you do that it was something at work, it wouldn't happen. Me say, if you never did tell me if you do that, if you never said that to me, it would never happen. I would still be sitting there in the same position, believing certain things. But because the person said something to me, me decide, say, guess what? Me I go act on it. And I went back and I say, thank you. Hold on, still yet, why didn't he tell her from the hey, they don't. They don't tell them from the beginning. They wait. He's a straight up dog and a user. Why waste the woman time, emotion, money, and energy? For she could have found someone to love her. Exactly. Exactly. Good night, Ray. Good night. I thank you so much for joining. So anytime when you go through them something there, just tell the people them thank you. My day is good so far. I'm a bit my voice is going. I basically speak for the entire day today, literally. I went into a session from 10:35 and I never came out until 3:15. So my voice right now over the weekend I forgot to drink some onion, some lemon or something, try to bring it back. Because it's not nice to sit down, chat so long, and then me come now up on live and I try chat so long again. Lord, look there, 1.5 hour. So if I hear my voice going, that's the reason why I'm using it too much. I use it during the day and then I come on at night again and try to use it, make it even worse. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to do that, right. Going to do that. Thank you so much. But it's hard when you have to do something like that because when me don't know, when I say no man, me don't know how people do it. But then again, we talk for a living, so we just have to continue talking to make the dough. So you talk during the day to make sure it's at the end of the month, you get your 9 to 5 pay, you come on YouTube, you talk again. That's just all life is. But on a serious note, people, please remember, fight the good fight. When people do you certain things, and especially when you can look back and you can say, oh, it has benefited your life, tell them thanks. Tell them thanks. And you see, when you go and you tell them thanks, and you are going to feel bad, and them are going to feel bad. And them are going to look and them are going to say, but imagine, oh, me don't care that. And can't come now and I tell me thanks. Sorry, drinking water. Imagine how me do care that now. And guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. And Kane now I come and I tell me thanks. What can I tell me thanks for? Kane should not tell me thanks. The person conscience I go bother them. Especially if I somebody will have actually have a conscience. Because some of them not have none. So if it is someone with one, it will go upset them. It will go upset them. Because I don't know how people tend to do it. You'll see some of them, they will come on their platforms and they will say all sort of something, and them know what they're saying is far from the truth, but yet still they do. They come, then talk, and you wonder why them do that. How it benefit them, we don't know. And sometimes the same thing that they come and say about you that they expect to tear you down. Maybe someone sit and they listen and they hear about that, and guess what? Maybe that person will come and say, I'm going to try to help this person, or I'm going to do this for this person. So what they meant for bad, what was meant for bad, turned out to be for good. And sometimes that is what happened. They expect that they're going to do something to bring you down, and yet still, instead of you going down, it does make you flourish. Realize that your life is just getting much better. Everything happen good for you. Sometimes you're in a relationship, the man left you, and the man left you, and him know say did pay the rent, him did buy the food and all of that, and he expects say you go broke down. You expect you gonna look like maga dog. You know, expect nothing I go on for you, you know. And you see when him see you, before you look worse, you look much better. He might go sit down and say, but wait, oh, she looks so. And at the same thing for some man. You have some woman, the woman, they niamuno out, literally niamuno out. And the way them niamuno out and suck on a dry, when they left on they expect you to look like a vampire. They expect you to look like not a vampire, like a zombie. And yet still, you look good. And then we sit down and they might wonder, but look how me left and before him forget pop down, things are going better. You have some people they are in relationship for years, and when they're in relationship, they realize that they can't save 1 red cent. They can't save no money, you know. Before they might live paycheck to paycheck, credit card just a max out, max out, max out. And then when they come out of that relationship, they realize that, oh, how may I have so much money here? So they realize that the money is still longer in the bank account. They realize that them can buy this that they never used to can afford. They will go in another relationship now, you know, and they expect that, okay, then I was giving this relationship 180%. They expect to go in the next relationship and do the same thing, give the same 100. And when they go in that, the person might say, babes, it's all right. You pay that, me pay that. So they realize now that it's 50-50. So the person might see them and they can save and buy a new car. The person see them in the new car and I say, but wait, where they get money from? They're not supposed to have no money to come in dry out their bank account, not knowing that because them leave the person life now, you know, the person are prosper, the person are make money, things are going for the person. So make sure say, you see, anytime you see something like that happen, when somebody leave your life, it's like they were trying to pop you down and instead your life will flourish, tell them thanks. Tell them thanks because we have to understand that God at times take out what don't belong to you. He knows that there is something better out there for you. So he remove that bad apple from your life, you know. Because he knows that he might go give you the blessing that you need. So he have to remove that barrier right there. So you say when he remove the barrier, you realize that the blessing are overflow. It just a flow. It's like it can't stop. Every month has something new I go on for you. Every month you realize, all right, me get a new job. Little bit after you get the new job, you realize that the house that you pray for, you apply for a house from when, and finally you get that call, you're getting that house. You realize that the car that you always wanted to drive, you can afford it now. So everything now just a go on for you in a life. And you sit and you say, wow. Because maybe you sitting on and you never did realize all along that all of that was possible because you're accustomed to living a certain lifestyle, not knowing that better is out there for you. Because at times, no matter how we are uncomfortable in certain relationship, in certain situations, we believe that, guess what? This is what we can get. You know, expects a better day, they feel. So you will sit down in it because you are thinking to yourself, say, this is what I can get. There isn't anything better out there for me. And anytime you're brave enough to go and you get it, you start search, you realize blessing a overflow. Work a come, money a make, stock pan stock, new customers a come if a business you have, all of that. You can take the vacation leave, you can sleep in peace, everything just a go on good for you. Anytime you realize something like that, tell the person thank you. Sometimes some people will enter your life and they will enter and they will say, you know, that they're trying to get a friendship out of you. So when they enter your life, they try to come as your friend. But guess what? They never mean you're not good in it from day one, you know. So them come pretending to be your friend. When they were pretending to be your friend, they were scheming. Sit down and all right, me go do her this. Me go do her that. And when them do it, you know, them expect say, yes, the person done for, not knowing that what they were doing was making sure that the barrier that was put up, they move it. Because sometimes they might move themselves out of your life. If they never do that thing, maybe I wouldn't say them are not real friend. Maybe that's still there. I talk to them on phone, still I go out with them, I do all sort of things with them because guess what? You were thinking that all along they were your friend. So you think say everything nice, am my friend that? And when the person go behind your back and give you that big ST now in your back, it open your eyes, you separate from them. When you separate from that friendship, blessing a overflow. A blessing just a pour out upon your left, right, and center. And you realize that the person will sit there before they're happy for the life that you're living now, Because you see, if they were your real friend from day one, they would have happy for it. But because them know say them are not your real friend, when it start up now, them are gonna make a big deal out of it. Them are gonna cuss you, them are gonna go on the most way because they were trying to bring you down, but yet still before they bring you down, you start to flourish. So anytime you see anything like that happen, tell the person thank you. If it wasn't for what you did, I wouldn't be enjoying this life now. Thank you. And me remember, people, me did do that. Yes, me do it. Yes, me did do it for you. Let me tell you when me did do it, when me did say thank you to someone. A lot of person here might know, especially, oh, hello. Hello, what is that? Orv Care? KD Vibes Maya? Okay. Me did say it already, say anytime I'm a little bit of, I might be young, but me wear glasses for I. Me did say me go come. Make sure so me do my live with my glasses on and me keep on and leave it same way. But anyway, I did it once. I did it. Me just I remember me telling you. For my regulars that are here might know the story. I said it before that I got married at a very, very young age. And I was married for a very long time. I was with the person for almost 14 years. And all along, while I was in that relationship, me never have no pitney. Never have no pitney, never get no pitney. People, me and the man left. The first man, boom, me breed. Literally. And I was like, oh, the hell this happened? Boom, And I'm like, no, man, something wrong here, sir. And I remember when my son was born and I posted him on my status, WhatsApp status, someone saw it and they took it down and sent to him. And he was saying, oh, congratulations. And I sent back a message and said, thank you very much. Because I had to tell him thanks, Because you see, if that man they never left Jamaica and say, I go overseas, would I still sit down until this day in a marriage there? I would not have my son. So because him left, me did get me pitney. So me did have to tell him thanks. Me have to say thank you very much. And at that we have to do because you see sometimes when them leave, they expect say the worst are gonna happen to you. You're gonna pop down and no. Make sure say that not happen. And when you realize say it not happen, tell them thanks. Because before you feel bad, guess what gonna feel bad? And them are gonna feel bad, You're not gonna feel bad. Especially when you can sit and you can say you're living a better life now since that person is no longer a part of your life. When you can sit and you say, oh, I'm living much comfortable. Me not have to go to work and afraid. So me I go see this a person because me change my job. When you can drive in a nice car and if you say, okay, look all along, me that driving at this a person vehicle and everything, and know me and the person fall out and so forth. When you finally find out who your true friends are, tell them thank you. Because sometimes we stick to some friends, and you realize that certain things, you might say something about somebody, and you realize that you reach back at certain people ears, and you wonder, but wait, how does a person know about it? Me never say that to nobody. And you wonder, oh, all of them something here when me I talk with such and such a goat. You see, when you see that, tell the person thank you. Because once you remove that person out of your life, you're going to realize that you're going to flourish. You're going to realize that the mix up and back where you're normally in, you're not going in again. You're going to live comfortable. And you see, when you can live a life that is comfortable, when you can go to your bed and you can sleep, you have peace of mind, that is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. You have some people that spend years working with a company, and when they're working with the company, they will work there because they're getting the big pay. So them work there and them say, okay, I gotta do it. But while they're working there, the integrity, people start to question their integrity, People start to look upon them and tell them, say, them are this and them are that. And then we sit down and them say, guess what? Me I go sit down because me I get the money. Me I do this and me I do that. Not realizing that what they're doing, they're damaging their reputation more than anything else because they're associated with a particular company, with a particular group of individuals. So people start to look at them differently. People now go on do no business with them. Sometimes when you put on your resume a particular company that you work with or you used to work with and you go to an interview, people are going to look upon you, especially when you say to them, when you ask them a question. If I'm supposed to get in contact with your former clients, what do you think they will say about you? And you see, sometimes when you go to interviews and they tend to ask that question, if I'm supposed to get in contact with your former clients or with your former employer, what they might tell you, say, guess what? Me go get in contact with them. And start fret because say you never leave with a good reputation because you work with this unit and certain people in that unit did that certain things and your name get called up in it because you were involved. No, you're blacklist. You can't get any job in a certain industry again. So you see, anytime you see certain things that happen, you have to think about it carefully, move out of it. Move out. And anytime you see certain things start to reveal to you, say thank you and move on. Move on. When you hear what used to happen at Petra Jam, you used to have people used to say, they did work at a company there when they go and then leave. Then leave. Because they're not going to get involved in a certain thing. So then leave. And at the end of the day, when everything bursts out and the story come out, them can say, thanks me did left. Thanks me never turn there and work. So we just have to know what we're going to fight for. What are we going to do to improve our life? Because it no make no sense. You fight over some stuff, and when you sit down and you look on it, you wonder what improvement I get from my life. Or my standard of living improve by me fighting over this thing. You can't see it one bit. I like sometimes you see some people come up and every day then come at the same cuss. Them in this relationship, every day them a cuss the man. Then come on social media, then cuss this as somebody every day. And you wonder, how is that benefiting them? Have they seen any improvement on the standard of living by doing that? Because what a lot of us don't know, the more you do something like that, the more you turn with people from you. And that happen. You turn with people from you. And you say, when you turn with people from you, you will live in a little dark corner by yourself. You can't get any contract. You can't get any good friends. Nobody no want to do no business with your period. Simple put it like that. Because of what you put out there. You will see some celebrity, some musician, they get a one hit. They will get a one song. We bring them a number one, and because They get that one it and the way then go on, then start brag and boast, then start cuss out their manager or the manager that was with them from day one. Because then get that one it they know, then say, oh, guess what? I gonna left the manager and go somewhere else. And when they go sometime, you see them struggle. They end up in a one position where worse than before, And them wonder why. And them the reason there. Those are the reason why. Sometimes their integrity might be because of what some jealous person might have said to them also. Yeah, but sometimes you just have to try your very best to prove them wrong. You just have to try your very best to prove them wrong. So guys, you know that this is the longest I've been on a live, and I'm going to leave now because I have to rest my voice. Monday is another long day for me again. I got turn up and chat. Oh no, it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. I got chat from Tuesday from maybe about 9 to maybe about 2. Something like that. So I have to go rest my voice for then, but I have more than enough time. So guys, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Just hit the like button for the little maga foot girl for me. That's me. And get me to 15 likes before I come off. Thank you. Humility always wins. Keep up the good work. Or care or our care. Mr. Bunny, do a flip. Good night. Sandra, good night. Okay then. Good night, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you can just hit the subscribe button for me, please, and the like button. Thank you so much. This is your girl, K, aka Lady in the Dark. And please don't ask when I will be coming out of the dark because I don't know when I will be coming out of the dark yet. Maybe soon, maybe never. I don't know. So please hit the like button and please, people, may I beg on you, always treat people the way you want to be treated. Remember that word spoken, you can't take it back so easy. So be careful what you say. Think about it carefully. A lot of us, we tend to talk, and then after you talk, you think about it. Don't do that. So thank you so much. Yes, real talk. Thank you. And so are you. I'm showing them my pink book again. You see it? My pink book. Good night, all.